We all experience moments when negative thoughts creep in, planting seeds of doubt and insecurity in our minds. The nagging voice questioning our abilities, worth, and decisions can disrupt every aspect of our lives. Left unchecked, these mental patterns can spiral into anxiety, lack of motivation, and even depression. I know this struggle all too well. There were times when I felt consumed by negative self-talk and crippling self-doubt. It became a constant battle to silence the inner critic and regain my confidence. Then, I discovered the profound teachings of Stoicism. This ancient Greek philosophy provided me with powerful strategies to overcome these challenges. As Marcus Aurelius, the famous Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, wisely stated, "The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it." This realization was transformative. I began to understand that my negative thoughts were not facts but mere interpretations that I had the power to change. Today, our journey is to share timeless Stoic principles to help you effectively deal with negative thoughts and self-doubt. By the end of this exploration, you will be equipped with practical tools and insights to confront these inner battles head-on, reclaiming your inner peace and confidence. This is an active experience. Stay engaged, reflect on these lessons, and apply them daily. True transformation comes through knowledge, consistent action, and practice. Let us begin our exploration of the Stoic approach to overcoming negative thoughts and self-doubt, guided by the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, "The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it." Understanding the nature and impact of negative thoughts and self-doubt is crucial. As Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, wisely stated, "It is not the things themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about these things." Negative thoughts are not inherently bad or wrong. Our minds create interpretations based on our experiences, beliefs, and conditioning. However, when left unchecked, these thoughts can distort our perception of reality and undermine our sense of self-worth. For instance, imagine making a mistake at work. Negative thoughts like "I'm so incompetent, I'll never succeed in this job" may rise. Such thoughts, though, are judgments colored by self-doubt and harsh self-criticism, not facts. The impact of persistent negative self-talk can be far-reaching, affecting motivation, decision-making, and overall well-being. Now, let's engage in a brief exercise. Take a moment to reflect on a recent negative thought or moment of self-doubt you've experienced. Write it down or make a mental note. We'll revisit this later in our exploration. Understanding the nature and potential consequences of negative thoughts enables us to approach them more objectively, recognizing them as interpretations rather than absolute truths. With this awareness, we can break free from negative thoughts and self-doubt, paving the way for a more empowered and fulfilling life. I hope this version captures the essence of your message effectively. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to adjust or add. Chapter 2: Changing Your Perspective. Perspective is fundamental to Stoic philosophy, where the idea that our thoughts shape our reality holds profound significance. Epictetus wisely stated, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them." This insight offers a key to overcoming negative thoughts and self-doubt through the power of perspective. Let's revisit the example from the previous chapter where you made a mistake at work and a negative thought labeled you as incompetent, casting doubt on your ability to succeed. Remember, this thought isn't a fact but a subjective interpretation colored by self-doubt and harsh self-criticism. Stoicism encourages us to reframe such thoughts by adopting a more objective and rational perspective. Instead of criticizing ourselves, we can view the mistake as a learning opportunity, an avenue for growth and improvement. It's crucial to remind ourselves that mistakes are inevitable in the human experience, and even the most accomplished individuals have faced setbacks and failures. By reframing our perspective, we can transform a negative thought into a constructive one, shifting our mindset from self-doubt to self-compassion and resilience. Stoic teachings aren't mere theory, they offer practical wisdom grounded in real-life examples. Seneca, the famous Stoic philosopher and advisor to Emperor Nero, illustrated this in his letters. He recounted advising a troubled friend who was haunted by a nightmarish vision. Seneca urged his friend to focus on reality rather than being consumed by imagination, stating, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." Like Seneca's advice, we often let our negative thoughts and fears spiral out of control, creating imagined scenarios that cause unnecessary suffering. By grounding ourselves in reality and adopting an objective perspective, we can liberate ourselves from the grip of distorted thoughts. Here's a practical step-by-step guide to help you reframe a negative thought. Identify the negative thought, write it down or make a mental note of it. Examine the evidence. Is this thought based on facts or assumptions? Are there alternative perspectives you need to consider? Challenge the thought, ask yourself, is this thought helping me or hurting me? Would I say this to a loved one in a similar situation? Reframe the thought, replace the negative thought with a more constructive, rational interpretation that aligns with your values and goals. Repeat the reframed thought, reinforce the new perspective by repeating it to yourself or writing it down. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. By actively practicing perspective reframing, we can gradually rewire our thought patterns, cultivating a more resilient and empowered mindset. It requires consistent effort, but the rewards, greater inner peace, self-confidence, and wisdom in navigating life's challenges, are immense. Focus on what you can control, a core tenet of Stoic philosophy that empowers us to manage our thoughts and responses effectively. Chapter 3, Focus on what you can control. A cornerstone of Stoic philosophy is directing our energy and attention toward what we can control, rather than wasting it on things beyond our influence. Epictetus famously stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle holds significant power in managing negative thoughts and self-doubt. While we cannot always control the initial thoughts that arise, we have full control over how we respond to them. Do we allow these thoughts to spiral, feeding our self-doubt and anxiety? Or do we consciously shift our focus to what lies within our control? Consider a practical example. You've been passed over for a promotion at work, triggering feelings of self-doubt and negative thoughts such as "I'm not good enough" or "I'll never advance in this company." While it's natural to feel disappointed, dwelling on these thoughts and ruminating over the situation will only breed more negativity and disempowerment. The Stoic approach encourages focusing on what you can control, your reactions, mindset, and next steps. You might reframe the situation by recognizing that the outcome doesn't define your worth or capabilities. Instead, use the experience as motivation to identify areas for personal growth and development. Direct your energy towards actionable steps, such as updating your skills, seeking feedback, or exploring new opportunities within or outside your current role. This principle is exemplified in the life of Epictetus himself, who was born into slavery and faced numerous challenges beyond his control. Despite this, he focused on what he could manage, his mindset, actions, and responses to circumstances. His teachings emphasize, make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. By embracing this wisdom, we can avoid being consumed by negative thoughts and self-doubt over situations beyond our control. Instead, we focus on our sphere of influence, taking constructive action and maintaining a positive, empowered mindset. Putting it into practice. Pause and reflect on a current worry or concern causing you distress. Identify aspects of the situation within your control and separate them from factors beyond your influence. By consciously shifting your focus to what you can control, you'll find it easier to let go of negative thoughts and self-doubt surrounding uncontrollable elements. This simple yet profound practice can cultivate inner peace, resilience, and empowerment in facing life's challenges. Remember, as Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Embracing the Stoic wisdom allows you to reclaim your power and navigate life's ups and downs with grace and composure, building resilience through practical Stoic practices. Chapter 4: Building Resilience Through Stoic Practices. We've explored powerful Stoic principles for reframing negative thoughts, focusing on what's within our control, and cultivating an empowered mindset. However, the Stoics recognize that lasting inner transformation requires more than intellectual understanding. It demands consistent practice and the cultivation of specific mental habits. One such practice is the Stoic concept of negative visualization, which may seem counterintuitive at first glance. Epictetus wisely stated, "No great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a figure." Negative visualization involves contemplating potential adverse scenarios or misfortunes that could befall us. While this may sound like a recipe for pessimism, the Stoics saw it as a tool to cultivate gratitude, resilience, and a deeper appreciation for the present moment. By mentally preparing for challenges and setbacks, we become less shocked and overwhelmed when they inevitably occur. Additionally, it helps us cherish our blessings rather than take them for granted. Let's engage in a brief exercise to experience the power of this practice. Close your eyes and imagine losing something truly valuable to you, a possession, a relationship, or even your health. Allow yourself to feel the weight of that potential loss fully. Notice how this exercise can heighten your gratitude for what you currently have and instill a sense of humble appreciation for the temporary nature of all things. The Stoics understood that by regularly practicing negative visualization, we could develop emotional immunity, a resilience that allows us to weather life's storms with poise and grace. Marcus Aurelius, the mighty Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, embodied this principle. Despite facing numerous personal losses and challenges, including the untimely deaths of several children and a devastating plague, Marcus Aurelius maintained his composure. He continued to govern with wisdom and compassion, as reflected in his famous Meditations where he wrote, "How ridiculous and unrealistic is the man who is astonished at anything that happens in life." By embracing the Stoic practice of negative visualization, Marcus Aurelius cultivated a profound sense of resilience and acceptance, allowing him to navigate even the most harrowing circumstances with grace and poise. As we continue our journey towards overcoming negative thoughts and self-doubt, practices like negative visualization serve as powerful tools to fortify our mental and emotional resilience. By regularly reminding ourselves of the impermanence of all things and mentally preparing for potential adversity, we can cultivate a sense of humble gratitude and develop the inner strength to face life's challenges with courage and wisdom. Remember, as Epictetus taught, no great thing is created suddenly. Building resilience is a gradual process that requires consistent practice and dedication. By embracing Stoic practices, we can steadily cultivate the inner resources to overcome negative thoughts, self-doubt, and any obstacles that may rise. Chapter 5: Surrounding Yourself with Positivity. While Stoic philosophy emphasizes cultivating inner resilience and self-mastery, the ancient philosophers recognized the profound impact of our social environment on our mental and emotional well-being. As Epictetus wisely advised, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. The people we surround ourselves with can either fuel our negative thought patterns and self-doubt or inspire us to rise above them. Their words, attitudes, and energy can either drag us down or elevate us to new heights of confidence and self-assurance. Think about the individuals in your life who consistently radiate positivity, encouragement, and belief in your potential. Perhaps it's a close friend, a mentor, or a family member who has supported and uplifted you even during your darkest moments of self-doubt. Now, contrast that with the people who seem to perpetuate your negative thought patterns, those who quickly criticize, doubt your abilities, or project their insecurities onto you. The Stoics understood that limiting exposure to negative influences and intentionally cultivating uplifting relationships could profoundly impact our mental and emotional state. Consider the example of Monkey D. Luffy from the anime One Piece. Luffy's journey to becoming the Pirate King is significantly influenced by the positive and supportive friends he surrounds himself with. Early in his quest, Luffy gathers a diverse crew of individuals who believe in his dream and support him through every challenge and setback. Characters like Zoro, Nami, Sanji, and Chopper contribute their strengths and unwavering belief in Luffy, encouraging him to persevere despite overwhelming odds. Their support and friendship help Luffy stay resilient and inspire each other to grow and reach their potential. By intentionally curating his crew, Luffy creates an environment that nurtures confidence, resilience, and determination, ultimately propelling him towards his dream of finding the One Piece and becoming the Pirate King. On the other hand, imagine the path of someone who remains entrenched in a toxic social environment, constantly surrounded by negativity, criticism, and doubt. It becomes increasingly challenging for them to break free from negative thoughts and self-doubt when those patterns are continuously reinforced by their social influences. So, how can we apply this Stoic wisdom to our own lives? Here are some practical tips. Evaluate your current social circle, identify the individuals who uplift and encourage you, as well as those who perpetuate negative thought patterns. Gradually limit exposure to toxic influences, while nurturing and prioritizing relationships with positive, supportive people. Seek out communities, groups, or mentors aligned with your values and goals. They can provide a powerful source of inspiration and motivation. Be mindful of the energy you bring to your relationships. Strive to positively influence others just as you seek positivity from them. Remember, as Epictetus taught, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. By intentionally surrounding ourselves with positive influences, we create an environment conducive to overcoming negative thoughts and self-doubt, and embracing our full potential. It's a journey that requires conscious effort and discernment, but the rewards are invaluable: a greater sense of confidence, resilience, and the ability to navigate life's challenges with the support and encouragement of those who believe in us. Chapter 6: Gratitude and Contentment. At the core of Stoic philosophy lies a profound understanding of the power of gratitude and contentment. These principles serve as potent antidotes to the negative thought patterns and self-doubt that can quickly consume us in our modern, fast-paced lives. Marcus Aurelius eloquently stated, "Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours." These words encapsulate the essence of gratitude, the practice of actively appreciating and savoring the blessings we already possess, rather than constantly yearning for more. By cultivating gratitude, we shift our focus away from perceived deficiencies and scarcity, and instead embrace the abundance surrounding us. Imagine the weight lifted from your shoulders if you genuinely appreciate and feel grateful for all the positive aspects of your life, rather than fixating on what you lack or wish you had. The Stoics understood that this shift in perspective could profoundly impact our mental and emotional well-being. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, echoed this sentiment when he wrote, "It is in no man's power to have whatever he wants, but he is it in his power not to wish for what he hasn't got, and cheerfully make the most of the things that do come his way." These words remind us that true contentment does not come from constantly acquiring more, but from cultivating a sense of sufficiency and appreciating what we already have. By embracing this mindset, we can break free from the endless desire and dissatisfaction that fuels so much of our negative self-talk and self-doubt. To put this into practice, let's engage in a brief gratitude exercise. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Consider 3 aspects of your life that you are truly grateful for. Perhaps it's your health, a loving relationship, or a cherished memory. Allow yourself to fully savor and appreciate these blessings. Feel the warmth of gratitude spread through your being. As you open your eyes, notice the subtle shift in your perspective. Do you feel lighter, more present, and less burdened by negative thoughts or self-doubt? This is the transformative power of gratitude and contentment, acceptance and letting go of the constant need for more, and instead, embracing and appreciating the richness of what already exists in our lives. Chapter 7, Acceptance and Letting Go. Closely intertwined with the principles of gratitude and contentment is the Stoic practice of acceptance and letting go. Epictetus wisely advised, "Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen and you'll go on well." These words highlight a profound truth. Much of our suffering and negative thought patterns stem from our resistance to how things are and our attachment to how we believe they should be. By accepting reality as it unfolds without judgment or resistance, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and freedom from negative thoughts and self-doubt. Consider the example of a student who has worked tirelessly to prepare for a critical exam, only to receive a disappointing result. If they cling to the expectation of a different outcome, they will likely spiral into a cycle of negative self-talk, doubt, and rumination. However, they can embrace the Stoic principle of acceptance. They can acknowledge the reality of the situation without judgment or self-criticism and redirect their energy towards constructive next steps, rather than dwelling on what cannot be changed. This principle was embodied by Marcus Aurelius, who faced numerous challenges and adversities during his reign as Roman emperor. In his famous Meditations, he wrote, "How ridiculous and strange to be surprised at anything which happens in life." These words reflect a deep understanding of the impermanence and unpredictability of life, a recognition that resistance and clinging to expectations only breed suffering. The Stoics understood that true freedom lies in letting go of our resistance and accepting what is, rather than constantly battling against reality. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "Nothing happens to anybody which he is not fitted by nature to bear." To put this principle into practice, take the following steps. Take a few deep breaths and consciously let go of your resistance. Embrace the reality of the situation without judgment or self-criticism. Notice how this simple acceptance can alleviate the burden of negative thoughts and self-doubt. By releasing the need to control or change the uncontrollable, you create space for inner peace, clarity, and the ability to respond with wisdom and equanimity. By embracing the Stoic practices of acceptance and letting go, we can cultivate the inner freedom to navigate life's challenges with resilience, grace, and a profound sense of inner peace, self-reflection, and growth. Chapter 8, Self-Reflection and Growth. The Stoic teachings provide potent tools for dealing with negative thoughts and self-doubt in the present moment. These ancient philosophers understood that lasting transformation requires a profound commitment to self-reflection and personal growth. As Epictetus wisely advised, when you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. He will grow better for being reproved, and you better yourself by this wholesome exercise. These words highlight the profound value of self-reflection, the practice of turning our gaze inward, examining our thoughts, beliefs, and actions with honesty and courage. Through this process, we can identify areas for growth, confront our blind spots, and cultivate the self-awareness necessary for lasting personal development. Imagine a scenario where you made a mistake or experienced a setback that triggered a wave of negative self-talk and self-doubt. Instead of wallowing in these thoughts or projecting blame onto external factors, The Stoic approach would be to engage in radical self-reflection. Ask yourself probing questions. What role did my own actions or assumptions play in this outcome? What lessons can I learn from this experience? How can I approach similar situations with greater wisdom and resilience in the future? By adopting this mindset of self-reflection and growth, we shift our perspective from self-criticism and stagnation to empowerment and continuous improvement. The Stoics understood that personal growth is not a linear journey but a cyclical process of self-reflection, learning, and implementation. It requires a willingness to confront our shortcomings and embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than sources of self-doubt and negativity. One powerful example of this principle in action is the life story of Epictetus himself. Born into slavery and subjected to numerous hardships, Epictetus could have easily succumbed to bitterness, resentment, and self-pity. However, he chose a path of radical self-reflection and personal growth. Epictetus developed a profound understanding of the human condition and the path to inner freedom through his unwavering commitment to examining his thoughts, beliefs, and actions. His teachings resonated for centuries and are a testament to the transformative power of self-reflection and growth. To cultivate this practice in your life, set aside dedicated time for self-reflection. Whether through journaling, meditation, or simply creating space for quiet contemplation, use these moments to ask probing questions about your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Approach self-inquiry with curiosity and compassion. When you encounter moments of failure, setback, or negative self-talk, use them as opportunities for growth. Resist the urge to indulge in self-criticism or blame. Turn your attention inward. Explore the lessons to be learned, the blind spots to be illuminated, and the steps to approach similar situations with greater wisdom and resilience. Remember, as Epictetus taught, seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves. By committing to the Stoic practice of self-reflection and growth, you unlock the key to overcoming negative thoughts and self-doubt from the inside out. It is a journey that requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to confront your limitations with humility and curiosity. But the rewards are immeasurable: a more profound sense of self-awareness, resilience, and the ability to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and grace. Chapter 9, Stoic quotes about negative thoughts and self-doubt. The ancient Stoic philosophers left us a treasure trove of wisdom for dealing with negative thoughts and self-doubt. Let's explore some of their most powerful insights. Marcus Aurelius: the universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it. Our thoughts shape our reality. By changing our thoughts, we can change our experience of life. Marcus Aurelius: if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Our suffering comes not from external events, but from our judgments about them, which we have the power to change. Marcus Aurelius: how ridiculous and unrealistic is the man who is astonished at anything that happens in life. There is no need to be shocked or disturbed by life's inevitable challenges and setbacks. Acceptance is key. Marcus Aurelius: the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Our persistent thoughts profoundly influence our state of being. Negative thoughts breed negativity. Epictetus: it is not the things themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about these things. Events themselves are neutral, our interpretations cause us stress or inner peace. Epictetus: there is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. Happiness comes from focusing our energy on what we can control, not on the uncontrollable. Epictetus: it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. We cannot always control circumstances, but we can control our responses to them. Epictetus: men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them. Our perspective, not external events, is the source of our inner turmoil or peace. Epictetus, don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen and you'll go on well. Acceptance, not resistance, is the path to tranquility. Seneca, we are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. Our pessimistic forecasts often cause more suffering than reality itself. Marcus Aurelius, nothing happens to anybody which he is not fitted by nature to bear. We have the innate resilience to withstand whatever life brings our way. Marcus Aurelius, remove the judgment and you have removed the thought, I am hurt, and the hurt itself is gone. It is our judgments that create our suffering, not circumstances themselves. Seneca, until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them not because we needed them, but because we had them. True freedom and fulfillment arise from the cultivation of our inner resources, not from external circumstances or possessions. Internalizing these Stoic teachings allows us to rewire our minds, question our negative thought patterns, and cultivate a more resilient, empowered mindset. The path to overcoming self-doubt lies in changing our perspectives and reactions, not in controlling the uncontrollable. Remember, the journey towards overcoming negative thoughts and self-doubt is not a destination but a continuous practice, a lifelong commitment to personal growth, self-reflection, and the pursuit of a life well lived. By embracing the wisdom of the Stoics, we can navigate life's challenges with greater clarity, resilience, and inner peace, transforming our lives from within. If you found value in this discussion and want to continue exploring these profound insights, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring more content like this to you. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching.